we that. Front 7 rush. Front 7 rush. Yeah, we that. Front 7 rush. 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 What's front 7 rush? Front 7 rush. Go get it. Front 7 rush. 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 It's time to make these players recognize this our season, y'all. When they cross the line, off the top they hitting brick walls. We've been playing hard this whole game, but we bout to rush. Now it should be about that time to second guess the beating us. Front 7, that's a fact, and we ain't giving you slack. Beating on my chest after knocking down your quarterback. You ain't know, you're playing with some real defenders. Form tight, stance right, organized killers. All defense all the time, we don't finish last. When it's said and done, you'll hear it on the podcast. Front 7 rush, they'll have a lot to say. It was fun, but we got more games to play.
Conquerors, warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front 7 Rush Show. I'm your man, Vince Singer. I'm a superstar producer, big time, Bijan Kelly.
Bling blow. Can you hear me now?
I can, bro. I can.
Zing zap zoodle. I don't got a poodle.
What you doing, man?
But I tell you what, I can't draw, but I can doodle.
Damn. That shit, wet toilet paper, man. I'm sorry, this week is wet. I was trying to give you some flowers for that, man, but that's so freaking weak, man. Please don't ever say it again, ever. Please.
Have you ever rhymed with the word effort?
Nah. No, I ain't answering that right.
I was really hoping someone would roll off the tongue, but trying to find something to roll. I'm trying to find something that rhymes with effort is just wrong. Ooh.
No, I haven't, man. I haven't.
That's so high. You're gonna have to put it up. You're gonna have to pick it up with tongs.
Yeah. So anyway, man, let's get started, man. Let's get started, man. I gotta ask you a question, man. I didn't send this to you as topic, but I just gotta ask you, what is this about? What do you think this is about? We actually spoke about this before, this relationship that James Harden had with the baby, man, and how they giving each other these gifts, right?
I thought that was Dwayne. No. I thought that was James Harden and Meek Mill.
No, unless he giving Meek Mill something, but this was a little baby, man. Well, it's James' birthday, so little baby gave him a suitcase full of money, like $250,000. I don't know if it was something else in it. Yeah, for his birthday, man. Gave him a suitcase full of money. You know, son, happy birthday, the whole nine. And when little baby's birthday, James gave him suitcase full of money and some honey buns. I'm hoping you can explain this to me, Doc. These your people. These is your era.
Look. I mean, if business is sweet, that's all they gotta say. But the way they're going about things sounds a little.
I mean, even with the money, man, what are they doing? I'm not trying to judge them. I'm just trying to figure it out, man.
I mean, it's not judging. If you get a suitcase full of money and some honey buns, it just sounds gay. It's true.
I don't get it.
It just sounds gay.
Don't get it. I mean,
now,
if you can shed some light on this, man. Tiff, if y'all can shed some light on this, Tiff, she threw out.
Tiffany agreed. I mean, what else? Look, okay, let's say they had a honey bun business together, and they had some some partnership or something together, and they made a lot of money. Hey, it's relevant. Send a suitcase full of money with some honey buns. Hey, man, we did it. Hey, hey. But I don't. I
No,
don't
I
get
don't
it.
think they have a honey bun business together. They just like giving each other real
You know.
expensive gifts, man.
And we only see half of it, so who knows? Maybe there is more to the gift that would give us more context, right? Like maybe there is a contract with it. Maybe there was a thong in there. Who knows? We only know like a little bit.
I guess you would hope so, right? But I don't know. Like I said, they giving each other these gifts. So
Yeah.
they gave him like 250,000 and some honey buns back in the day, and he gave him the baby gave him just the other day 250,000.
Without the honey buns.
I couldn't see the honey buns, but 250,000.
Look, Tiffany and Lovely are going in. They're saying they're pretty much saying when I'm thinking you might be thinking too.
I'm just thinking it's weird, man. I'm not necessarily hitting them with the G word, but I think it's weird. And
It's not it's not I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that it looks gay if it looks gay. But I mean, we know these men probably would denounce that and probably go, "Oh no, I'm not gay, I'm straight." So, I mean, but you sending money in honey buns, I just don't,
that's a lot of, and
you,
that's I mean, and I know they
it's,
got plenty of
it's
money. Everything in me feels like my buddy would say, Vince, what's wrong with that? They're just two rich millionaires, and that's just the stuff they like to do.
okay, Vince. Okay, benefit of the doubt. Let's just say you just have that much money, and instead of gift giving, you have an assistant, and you're like, oh, hey, I got a maximum. Go ahead and get a gift for this person. When it comes around to their birthday, this is the maximum. Gift amount I got set for these people. The assistant comes by, pretty much ask you, hey, Harden's birthday is coming up. What do you want to get him? You're like, I don't really got time. You do such a great job. You figure it out. Hey, the max is 250,000. Okay, cool. Hey, get him something sweet, right? So, so the gay assistant goes, all right, I'm gonna get him something sweet. I'm gonna get him some honey buns and a suitcase full of money.
Love says screams boy monkey to her. Tiff said gay. Tiff said just send the money, leave the
Leave the
honey
honey.
buns out. I mean, but even still, you get somebody $250,000. I mean, and I know it ain't a lot of money to them guys, but
That's a
still,
lot of money.
man.
Nah. Come on, we
I
can't sit
mean,
here and pretend like they're billionaires.
yeah, but I mean, James Harden has made over 400 million in his career, so 250,000, you ain't gonna blank it. I don't know how much Lil Baby done made, but James Harden is at least $500 million dude. But still, man, I mean, my point is, you don't get that type of gift, those type of gifts to men. Men don't do that for men. I'm telling you, me
That's
and
what I'm
my
thinking.
boys, man, we bring a bottle to if we meeting up somewhere and it's one of birthday, we just
Yeah.
bring a bottle.
I mean, hey, I'm sure at their level, a bottle would maybe be like a bottle and a model or something, and a car, like a
No, not a
rental,
car.
a rental.
Mm, mm-mm. No, you keep it player, man. I mean, I can see the bottle and a stripper or something. Hey man, I brought this bad stripper from Atlanta or whatever. But now when you get off into money, cars, those are intimate gifts, man.
Maybe the honey bun, like I said, we don't know. Maybe the honey bun was a secret code that only they knew.
Gotta be.
It doesn't make it sound any better. It still sounds undercover. I mean, but what if it was a secret code for a stripper named Honey Bun?
Could be. I'm hoping it is.
You know, and he's like, "Hey, man, you know what that means?" And he's
See,
like,
you know what that
"What,
means,
Honey
dog. So
Bun?
later on,
Yo,
I
yo,
got
I ain't
honey
seen
bun,
Honey
dog.
Bun since high school, man."
Yeah,
You know, like,
high school, bro. You can believe that.
yo, oh
High
man,
school, bro. Just but that stuff you give to your wife, girlfriend, etc., but not your homeboy unless suspect. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did we? Is this so? First off, is this true? Before we
Oh
hop
yeah,
off
they,
of
they
it.
had a video.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you
okay.
know you guys video everything, man. So
Oh,
that little baby had a video of him gifting got James this suitcase full of money.
benefit of the doubt. I think. I think they probably have a normal thing between them of giving each other expensive gifts, and they've done business together before. Well, no, no. Even if not, no, no. Let's say haven't done business together before, but they just have a normal thing between each other, giving each other expensive gifts between their family, between like even baby mama, kids, things like that. Like they just go back and forth with the gift giving, and the honey bun he just threw in there because he was like, man, I can't just give him a suitcase of money. This ain't even real anymore. We playing pretend. We playing Monopoly. So he just looked around. He grabbed a honey bun off the counter. He threw it with it and said, "There you go." you know.
Hey, so, bro, man, there was a bunch of honey blondes, so he made a trip to the store. He didn't grab that off the counter. But I mean, maybe he knows little baby like he honey buns. So
And here we go, back to gay.
I
you
mean,
know.
just ain't no way around it, man, without being a little bit touchy. You dig? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
ain't no
yeah.
way around it.
Pretty
Lou,
much.
what's up, man? What's up, brother? BJ, can you pull up? I've sent you several videos, man. Some of those right here at the end. Did you get that video I sent you with them kids, man, picking up them raccoons in the hood?
I didn't see the kids picking up no
Okay,
raccoons,
I
man.
just sent it to you, man, on
Okay.
messenger or but I just sent it to you, man. You know what? I've seen several videos of these kids,
Oh,
man.
oh,
Man, let's show this video, man. I've seen several videos of these kids going out and getting stray animals, man. I mean, I remember. Now I'm from the country,
yeah,
and we would mess with some stuff, but I guess we were taught what and what not early on. Some of
right.
these kids that's grabbing these animals now look like they in the hood or in the city. They don't know
Like they
no
don't
better.
know any better.
Right, and they just grabbing these animals, man. So if you can play that video real quick, so
All right.
tell me to love it and Bodine and whoever else is watching to
It's
see this,
taking.
man. Huh?
Yeah, it's taking a little long to load. Dang it. Give me a moment. Give me
Yeah,
a moment.
man.
Give me a
But
moment.
listen, this is wild. These kids are picking up these raccoons, and they like, yeah, they live down the street, and the dude is like, look, y'all better be careful with that. If that mama raccoon, and he's right. They got some babies and they're carrying them around like pets. Man, them
Yeah.
raccoons don't play.
Ugh.
They eat them damn kids up, man. And the kids are fearless. They don't know no better. But I'm wondering where the mamas, where's the parents at, man? The daddy and them at. It's crazy, man.
Did they even know they were raccoons?
Bruh, they gotta know. I hope they don't think they're cats. But he
Ugh.
did ask them, what y'all feeding these things? They said cat food. So they feed them and everything, man. But it looked like some
No.
kids walking around in the hood with these damn raccoons. They ain't no country kid.
All right, I found it on YouTube because for some reason Facebook wasn't working for me. So this is the video, right?
Yeah, I don't
Does
know.
that look familiar? Before I play it, yeah, it should be about right. All right.
Fuck, they is. Don't bring it too close. Fuck that. Where did y'all get them raccoons from?
Uh, his mama boyfriend had no, her mama boyfriend had caught him.
Oh wow, y'all better
They
be
family live right down there.
y'all better be careful because if the mama raccoon
Uh,
see it, she gonna attack
this cross-eyed baby. Sorry.
you.
I know she lived down there.
And those things carry rabies.
They took a blood test.
See,
Oh
that's
my
in the
god,
city, man. That ain't
y'all
no
is
country.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Not the boy.
Stay back. Stay
Oh
back.
man, at least he's wearing a glove.
Oh my god,
It's
y'all
one blood. He think he's Michael
crazy.
Jackson. He ain't doing it for the raccoon.
Oh shit. All right, all right, y'all go ahead. Y'all better be careful with them things, man. Be careful.
Get him up, Snotty. Ah,
Just
Oh,
period.
oh yeah, that glove wasn't
Huh?
for nothing. That glove was
Oh,
for absolutely nothing.
Jesus Christ. Y'all got to be kidding me.
crying.
What y'all feeding them?
No cat food. They eat anything, but they'll not eat.
Just fearless.
Yeah.
Uh,
They
Oh,
eat
wow.
anything, but they'll eat hot stuff.
All right, y'all be careful with them.
I'm a shitfish.
Look at that. She don't know no better. That is
Y'all
crazy,
better be.
man. Bruh, I'm telling you, man. But he's
oh
absolutely
man.
right, man. I mean, it looked like they've been dealing with him for a while.
Yeah, yeah. Those raccoons were very comfortable with them.
Yeah. And I mean, they
Mhm.
comfortable with them, man, but that's not, yeah, like he's saying, man, that's not safe.
I mean, people do have pet raccoons. I mean, they
Man,
like.
they find them damn raccoons outside, man.
I know, but
Them ain't
they
like the
raise
raccoons
them.
they got from the damn pet store.
I
Raccoons are
know.
wild animals, man. They not domestic. You can't go in the store and buy all them damn things.
I mean, that's all it takes to have a pet. It was a once wild. Dogs or cats, they were once wild. That's all it took
And they
was
ain't
for
no
a
damn raccoon.
little kid to pluck one off the street and was like, "Mommy, daddy."
You seen the one a little while ago about the little girl dragging a snake in the house?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was real, but it was a little girl, man. Brought a snake in the house, dragging a snake, and the mama was
A
going
big
bananas.
snake?
Yeah, bigger than her.
Nah,
And she
I didn't
found it
see that.
outside.
I did see the one with the little girl with the pet tarantulas that were like bigger than her chest, and she had two of them just crawling all around her body, and she's just she's handling them too.
Yeah, man. You gotta be
Look,
careful, man. Y'all watch your kids and your grandkids with all that crap, man. Don't be allowing that to just go on like that, man. Cause those kids, that wasn't fake. Them kids found them damn raccoon, man.
yeah, I'm okay. I don't think my kids need any pet raccoon. I mean, a ferret. They could go as far as a ferret, like you said, pet store. I think that's the key right there. If you can get in a pet store, it's
Hmm.
all right with me. It's all right with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Tiff said she saw that in the Capitol. I guess she meant Capitol. They got that coon. You can tell she from child. She ain't even put a rat
Yep.
on the back in front of her.
Got that
They got that
coon.
coon, and he hanging on like a monkey.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
they had the raccoon. Hold on. They had the raccoon just chilling on them like a monkey. Seriously. What? What?
Mhm.
What just perched?
Yeah, man.
Just perched.
Love to say the raccoon may be
Ugh,
mean to
flies.
people.
Flies landing on her forehead.
There's a guy on TikTok, okay, who feeds the whole family. Uh,
A guy on TikTok who feeds a whole family of raccoons, lets them come in his house. I've seen a guy. It might be the same guy as like a white guy, but I've seen him on YouTube. And like, yeah, a whole bunch of wild raccoons, but they come to his house every day to eat. He lets them in. They crawl all around him and stuff and this and that, and they even have like attitudes, and he like like disciplines them. It's weird. I don't know.
well, he's probably a lot more experienced than them three little children right there.
I'm sure. I'm
I
sure.
can bet you that.
I'm
Uh,
sure. But hey, I mean, as a child, like Tarzan, or like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. I think you can start speaking the animal's language if you start with them young enough.
no,
They over there in the shadows.
no damn cartoon, man. Hey, if you find a lion as a baby, when his ass grow up, and you a damn buffalo, y'all
Rawr.
ain't gonna be friends no more. Tip said that snake and child would have got their inheritance off of house earth off of my house earth.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Big bro
Yep.
said he don't like anything in a rodent family. In the rodent
Yeah.
family,
No. Nothing. Nothing.
I don't blame you, man. I mean, and like I said, man, it's different with country kids. It's a little bit different. They know how to handle them. I mean, they taught us how to shoot guns at 7, 8 years old. So
Oh yeah. Wow.
stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
But these
Y'all.
city kids just going finding some stray ass raccoons walking around the front yard. Just done wandered out of the
Oh,
nearest damn wooded area.
I didn't realize you done drew a line in the sand. You said, "Oh, they must be country," and then you were like, "Nah, I can't associate them with my Tyler
No, I
folk."
said no. They
So,
from. You can tell what their houses, the makeup of the houses. It was probably a city environment. It looked like to me. And it looked like I didn't see any wooded area. Did you?
I mean, the way that this line isn't cut, I'd say they're in the freaking woods. By the looks of the vines creeping up on that porch there.
Maybe they are, man. Still, they gotta be careful.
No, but looking in I mean, I don't know. There's some concrete roads in the country too, but looking in the side view mirror, it looks like a city back there. But because they got like the sidewalks and intersections. But I mean, that's in the country too, right? Don't y'all got sidewalks? It's
Yeah,
kind of
we got
hard for me to
sidewalks.
tell. I'm no
Yeah, but
expert.
not in the rural areas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a lot of rural areas
Yeah, I mean, hey, raccoons in the rural area probably got a different temperament than the ones in the city, hanging around in trash cans and stuff. Those are probably used to people. The ones out in the rural area, those probably hissing at you,
Yeah, they are.
gang up on you.
They may be tomorrow's dinner.
Look, nah, not even tomorrow's dinner. Look, the raccoon got you perched up on its shoulder like you're a monkey while it's taking you around its family out in the country, out in the woods. They got they got their own little Facebook video like, where'd he get that human baby from?
Yeah, out in the country, out in the woods. Yeah, yeah. Out in the country, out in the woods.
Out in the good old country, man. That's
Man, let me ask
that's
you something, man. Let me
East
ask you about
Texas.
something. Bodine the Lovely. I seen this video. I thought it was so funny to me, man. Why is it that grandkids get away with so much? What is that dynamic, man? Where the grandkids and the grandparents, it's a whole different deal. So um, the little guy said something at school. So the son was talking to the mom, like, "Mom, he said this and that. And the teacher called me." So she's sitting there with her grandson, man, and she's just so calm and Jun, why you say that? You're not supposed to say it. And the son was going off. He was like, "What?" Mom, if that was me, if I would have said that, all hell be done broke loose right now. Why you so calm? Why you telling him? And she was just like, well, I mean, the way they asked him, it probably wasn't his fault. Man, that's a real thing, man. Grandkids get away with murder, dude.
I mean,
Versus
it makes sense to me.
makes sense to
The
you.
Yeah, the grandparent is at that point retired. You
Yeah,
know?
they don't.
Yeah.
So the grandkids get away with whatever.
Yeah, it's like having grandkids is like another form. If I'm looking at it this way, I think having grandkids is like another form of wealth. You know how like rich folk, the financially inclined, the um, like if a problem happens, they're probably like something that's financial. They're probably, oh, it's fine, and probably just a misunderstanding, blah blah blah.
It
The
is,
same
man.
as a grandparent. I think having grandkids is like a form of wealth. It's like, oh yeah, I mean it's cool. Hey, look, hey, there's worse things in the world. Look, I just got my grandbabies, So
Yeah, the grandkids get away with bloody murder, man.
I
Bloody
don't know.
murder,
That's what I
man.
think. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I think at that point, yeah, my grandma and granddad, they retired. Yeah, you're right. They retired from discipline and stuff like that. It's just all. But even when the
Also, there's less
grandkids,
things. There's less things to worry about in terms of your life being taken. I guess things were more dangerous back then. Like, I'm not saying things aren't dangerous, but things were more dangerous back then. So things are like more serious. It's like, your kid goes out and acts up, they could very likely be like endangering themselves versus today it's like less of a chance of them, not coming back home.
mm,
I don't know. I'm just throwing that in there too, based on the area, maybe, you know.
mm, you might be right, man. I don't know. But I know they get away with a lot that we didn't get away with as kids. And my grandkids, I hadn't saw them in a while. I miss them to death. But yeah, we get them plenty passes too.
See,
My
there you go.
son,
You got grandkids,
yeah.
and you miss them to death. You hear that? Miss them to death. Probably don't say anything near to them as you do to your own sons. Just
I miss my
probably
boys
just
too, but yeah, them grandkids, man, they just bringing a
no,
whole
not that you don't miss them. I'm saying like what you were saying, like the the level of force or your tone or like when you talk to them versus like when you were
oh
raising
yeah,
your boys.
yeah, yeah. It's totally different. Totally
Uh,
different, man.
yeah.
Love says parents, we mature by the time our grandkids get here, so we're not as gung ho and ready to whoop their butt as we did with our children. I guess that's
Oh
what it is.
wow, wow. Did some growing up. I like that one.
I don't think it's maturity. I don't think you whoop no. I mean, I wasn't immature when I had to discipline my boys. I don't think you just, it's just that thing where the grandkids just get away with a little bit more, Yeah, but you still gotta bring that discipline, man. That's really for the parents. They do the discipline. Grandparents do the ball.
Have you been aware of our political social media?
Not really. What about it?
Like, the White House has like a Twitter account.
Mm,
Biden has a Twitter account. Then
mm-mm,
you got like all the like politicians, like senators and mayors, and
mm,
they got Twitter accounts, and so there's always something going on. But President Biden has been like tweeting a lot about some of the changes he's been making, right?
yeah.
So I thought, this this is like an everyday thing now. But people's reactions to his tweets are just kind of mind blowing to me. So
Mhm.
I just thought I'd pull up a few and see what you think, and
Mhm.
then read a couple comments to see if the people underneath that tweet agree or disagree with what how you feel about it.
Okay.
All right, so let's say this. So I'm on President Biden's Twitter page at POTUS, POTUS, President of the United States. Um, okay, I got one for you. All right, let me share the screen. Oh, made you bigger. All right, can you see this? It says 67 years ago, 14-year-old Emmett Till was brutally murdered. This March, I signed the Emmett Anti-Lynching Act into law, making lynching a federal hate crime for the first time in American history. We must continue to root out racism and stand up to hate wherever it's found. All right. Now,
Mm.
what do you think?
I think what took so damn long, and
That's fair.
yeah, I think what took so long, and really, you really that yeah, I'm sure it is a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
mean,
kind of
that's pretty
obvious to you.
obvious that it's a hate crime.
That's your stance. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see if the United States agrees with you. Let's see. We got free Trump.
Mm.
Pay my student debt. I owe 342,000 in student loans. Fix this immediately, or I'm moving to Sweden. I don't think these people care.
They don't care, man. They don't care.
Um, the man said that he would unite the country. Laughing emoji. Comment: pro lynching crowd feels divided. Way to call yourself out. Hey, here we go. That's so important. We have to keep moving forward to end racism.
Hmm.
You'll never end racism. Never. Humans are bred with hate.
Yeah.
Do you ever just read just the back and
No,
forth?
hell no. No,
It's
no,
just
I don't.
oh man. And then we got our boy Emmett Till right there. All right. Let me go to something that people are a little even more divided on, because that one they just keep talking about. What'd you see? Student debt, student debt, student debt. Well,
Mhm.
you probably know that recently there was a big call, big thing done where a lot of debt has been canceled. A
Mhm.
lot of student debt has been
Right.
canceled. So let's see
I
here.
seen that.
Oop, hold on. A lot of student debt.
The lovely said, BJ, did you see that the CDC has now lifted all bans and non-vaccinated people have the same rights and privileges as vaccinated people?
Privileges, same rights and privileges. I
You know,
mean,
at
why
one
why
point,
wouldn't they?
well, at one point they were saying some some jobs were saying if you didn't get vaccinated, then you would be terminated.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, that was, that was wrong to keep in the long term anyways, right? I don't think
Mhm.
that's something we should keep up with, right? Or I mean, what do you think? We can't just like separate our society. I don't know.
Well, some of them were trying to say these on this side and these on this side. I mean, like some
No.
cruises and stuff would say you can't be on a cruise ship if you wasn't vaccinated. It was a lot of if you're not vaccinated, you can't
Yeah.
going around. So now I guess all that's lifted. Like remember Kyrie Irving was going through his thing. You can't play
Yeah.
the home games if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
and then here we go. With what you're saying, because of those bans at that time, all the
Mhm.
people who did lose their jobs because they didn't get vaccinated are pissed, and the ones who got vaccinated didn't in vain.
Remember those nurses here in Houston that ended up losing their jobs because they refused to get vaccinated at
Yeah.
Methodist Hospital, and they
Yep.
had a lawyer had got an attorney and all that. So now, I mean, it's possible that not only will they get their jobs back, they may have to pay them, for the time they were off.
I mean, I think. See, I don't know why people are so bad at this, but why couldn't it have just been a just why couldn't it have been televised? Like, hey, because of this happening right now, there's going to be some temporary laws in place. So for now, until this wears away, like, why couldn't that have been stressed? Like, for now, you can't just move around freely unless you're vaccinated. That's just the privilege of being vaccinated. However, once this passes and it's not pandemic anymore, then that restriction is going to be taken down. So either you stay inside and weather the storm, or you get vaccinated and come outside. But like instead of us just being all on one page like that and kind of making it easy, it's like everyone thinks that everything is going to be forever. You remember when they were like, "Oh, this is going to change everything forever. We're never working from the office ever again." Like people
Yeah.
just jump from one extreme to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I never even said anything when people said that, "Oh, we're never working from the office again. Yeah, everybody's just going to be working from home from now on. This is the future. Yeah, everything's different now." No, it's
Yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people were shooting for that. I know people who like I don't never want to go back to the office, and their companies are allowing them to stay home and work. So that actually, the pandemic
Partially,
worked
yeah.
out for a lot of people. It's crazy as that sound.
Yeah, but not the vast majority that thought, oh, this was just gonna be the way it is from now on. It's like,
Right.
no, I mean, there's always gonna be something that um I don't know, how do I say it? Just nothing, especially dealing with people, nothing is just 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heck, if anything, it's closer to 50. Okay, I found this next one. All right. President Biden said, if you make, this was him releasing, kind of announcing it on Twitter a bit. If you make under $125,000 a year, you're eligible for up to $10,000 in student loan debt relief. And almost 90% of the benefit will go to folks making less than $75,000 a year. Right? So, um, what did you think of like the whole student loan relief? Let's get your
I think it's cool, man. Cause student loans will handicap people their entire lives, man.
right.
Student loans. I mean, cause those people to go to school, a lot of people don't have scholarships and don't have money like that, so they have to get loans. And all it does is handicap you for the rest of your life. When you go to school to be an engineer or a doctor or a nurse or something like that, those people
Yeah.
have to take out student loans to pay for that if they don't
Uh-huh.
have it. And I mean, when they start working, they done accumulated $300,000 worth of student loans. That's like paying for a house, man. So I think it should be a whole lot more. The little $10,000 he's doing, that's a drop in the bucket for some of these people, man.
Yeah.
That's a drop in the bucket. It's not going to budge them at all. I guess you got to thank God for the 10 grand, but I think it should be wiped out completely. Wipe
Yeah.
that crap
I
out,
mean,
man.
some of them, if you went to a specific college, they are wiped out completely. But this was like, I guess, the first national, more widespread. But yeah, this one's only up to
Oh, some of them was
10,000
able
for.
to get them wiped out completely.
Yeah, depending on the college. Like but that was like separate things, right? Like
Mhm.
if you went to, I don't know, they keep calling them the Corinthian colleges, and then like ITT, like I went to ITT, and then like other schools. Like there's a few that have kind of their own individual suits,
Right.
where I think this was an actual act that was passed, or an actual, legislation, whereas those other ones were like something that just happened kind of in court, like actual lawsuits. But yeah, um let's see
No,
what people think.
I think it's
Huh?
cool, man. Go ahead.
I mean, hey, I think it's cool because that means my debt is gone because I went to ITT. Okay. Someone said step down. Dang. Oliver said cancel all student debt. Kind of like what you said.
Hmm.
Exactly like what you said. President YBNBA. That's hilarious. He said highest inflation ever. Let's see what else we got. That's not nearly enough, and you know it. Stop being a coward and fulfill your promises. Oh, then we got some people upset with that. They said pay your own debt. I'm not trying to pay your debt. Peter said that's a good start. We need tuition, free public college, and trade schools so the student debt crisis can end for good. See, I like when people say things like this. It's kind of like right in the middle. It's like let's, something good that kind of just benefits everyone. This person also threw in free healthcare and free food because farmers don't need to earn money, doctors don't have families to maintain, and teachers are not important. All free. Wow, that was sarcastic.
Yeah, well.
Damn. I mean, it's interesting, right? I think I do see what people are upset about in terms of like taxes and paying for other people's debt, or however they want to put it.
Yeah.
I don't really put a microscope to the taxes, to where my tax money goes. But what I do think is, just as a country, if we are supposed to thrive and we're supposed to, grow up to, what we do recycles and goes back into the country, and it's supposed to be a life cycle, then I don't think we should be trampling over our own while trying to build and raise them to that, um, valuable adult citizen, right?
Yeah.
Like you start off as a kid, you don't really got any value. You're not bringing any money or anything, or like changing any laws. But then, as you have to go through a process of like education and growth and diet and all this. You have to get all the way up, alive, healthy, and smart, to an adult age where you can be like a valuable, adult citizen, right? I don't think it makes sense to trample our own people to do that. Like a stampede in a way. It's like everybody race for that, and a lot of you are gonna get trampled. I just don't see that being like the right way. So like, hundreds of thousands of dollars in student debt, and like lack of, food or healthcare or whatever. I just think, to a degree, education, I don't even get why you'd have to pay for education a serious amount. I don't get why you have to pay a serious amount for education. Like there's $1 million house, but why is education even like a tenth of $1 million? I would think, to learn anything, I would think maybe if you just can take the investment of going there in person, or because it's the internet, you don't even have to do that. I mean, it's just education. It's just education. Just find a way to pay the person teaching and leave it at that. I mean, but this person teaching doesn't need doesn't need a $10 million salary. I don't
Yeah.
think. Even if you are, um, even if you are teaching a room full of future doctors, I don't. I don't think it just doesn't make sense. Or healthcare or food. I think there's just kind of bare minimums where it's like,
Mhm.
okay, like l- we. I just think we'd be better off with those bare minimums covered. You know, there's plenty of other ways to make money than making education, healthcare, and food the like high profit makers. The revenue generators. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
Mhm.
sounds a little boring, but
As well.
I never really talk too much about that.
That's what
That's
you,
just what I
yeah.
think.
That's on your spirit. I got you, man. So real quick, let's read a few of these comments. Love is still on the other deal. She's saying some airlines were not letting you fly. If you wasn't vaccinated. Restaurants wasn't letting you in if you didn't wasn't vaccinated. Keep your job if you wasn't vaccinated. Those are the rights. Biden said if you didn't get vaccinated, you would be dead in 2022. And then the New York Times released an article saying 435 million vaccines were contaminated. Damn, she all over this shit, man.
Yeah,
Tip
yeah,
said uh, she been trying to get Navient on the phone because she need her 10,000 or 20,000 removed.
hey,
Yeah, the letter goes back to say CDC said most people who took the vaccine caught COVID more than once versus the people who didn't.
that's true.
Uh, she asked BJ something about his job. Tiff said if you went to a few online colleges, Everett, etc., there was a lawsuit a while back that wiped out those student loans. You know that? Do you know that, BJ?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a few of those colleges, there is different lawsuits going on. So those weren't like actual acts, but yeah, there is a whole lot of colleges where the debt was just completely wiped. But this is like the first kind of national thing going on.
Mm. Tiff said Biden's clapback was strong to a reporter who asked him about this, and I applauded him for what he said. And that walk off he did was mic drop. I don't know what it was. Did you hear it, BJ?
I didn't hear that, but it probably had to do with all the backlash about the
Student
student debt
loan.
relief.
Mhm. And the lovely said, "Let's go, Brandon. Let's go." I don't know who that is.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but hey, that's a good thing, man. I mean, you just gotta applaud any little bitty whatever that goes on, and that's gonna help out a lot of people, man. A lot of people just only suffering with student loan debt, so those people gonna be really sitting pretty. I mean, because it's gonna be a domino effect. Once they get that student loan debt wiped out, the credit gonna go up. Can't beat that. Gonna open up different opportunities for them just by
Yeah,
getting that student loan wiped out of that.
heck yeah,
Now this is what I wonder: if you have been delinquent
right.
with your student loans, will that be, updated?
That's interesting. Yeah, and will it hit the part that's delinquent in collections, or will it only hit the part that the loans that are still active?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. That's interesting.
it is very
But
interesting.
yeah, I mean, people are kind of up in arms about that. I just don't really get it. I mean, do you care if your tax dollars go to people's student debt
I do, man. Yeah,
in a
yeah.
good way or bad way?
I mean, I would rather go somebody's student debt than somebody who don't want to get a freaking job has been on welfare for all their life. Because
Right.
that's where I mean, because I pay a lot in taxes, man.
Yeah.
a lot in Texas. And they always freaking with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them people. Like, I can't stand tax season. It's like my worst part of
Yeah.
the year. So if I know, at least if I know that, okay, well, it's gonna help somebody out. That's another hard working individual just
Yeah.
trying to make it, and they got this student loan debt that's on their back that they're doing everything. Cause see, student loan debt is like tax debt. The interest you accrue so much interest, and I mean you pay more interest and fees than you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean that would be great if I knew my tax dollars was going to pay off somebody else's student loan debt.
Right. Because that's something more productive than like welfare or something.
Very much so, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Very
Yeah.
much so. Welfare should be a crutch, and they should give them a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, 5 years max to get it together, and then you at that point you have to get off of it. But
Hmm.
unfortunately, we got career welfare recipients that know how to play the system, and they'll
Hmm.
stick with it. I mean, as long as they can. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I had a buddy of mine who knew this lady that was on it, and man, she had a 5 bedroom house in a very nice neighborhood, man. I mean, and it was a housing thing, but her house was bad to the bone, and she was
Yeah.
not. I mean, she had a badass house, man. And
I
I
don't get
was
how
just
that
like,
happens.
dang,
Yeah.
and he first told me, he's like, man, you won't believe where this girl stayed. And he said, bruh. And I mean, it was crazy, man. And it's stuff like that, man, that's just not cool, man.
Yeah. 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 I get that. I get that. Yeah. I mean, at least education that way, it's like, okay, a lot of these people, they got into it for, I mean, I mean, majority of them. Why don't we just go ahead and say all of them? I think it's a pretty obvious. I think it's a pretty obvious, thing to infer that if
Mhm.
you went and got an education, you have student debt, you were trying to better your life. You were trying to do something productive. You were trying to, get a better job or this or that, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I agree. I agree. And
Yeah.
for the most part, it's overpriced. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Now,
there's like a big push of like you have to go to college or you can't do nothing. So there's that
right.
big push too.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people, you have a lot of people, young people, man, and older people who want to go to college and just can't afford it.
Yep. Yep.
Just can't
Uh-huh.
afford it and would love to go to college, man.
Or
Um,
even probably end up on welfare trying to pay for college.
yeah. I mean, it can be a strain, a hassle, man. And you have parents want to send their kids to college and can't afford it, which can be
Uh-huh.
a major ego killer. You want to send your child to college and they want to go to college and you can't afford to send them to college. Man,
Yep.
that can send the wrong person in a depression. Like, man, I
Yeah.
can't do what I'm supposed to do as a parent for my child.
Yeah.
What kind of person am I?
And that right there, I think is what needs to be just accessible to the whole country is like the mechanism or the ladder to get out of your situation. Maybe not the handout, maybe not the oh hey, you're gonna stay in your situation and you're probably never gonna leave it. So here's some money to be comfortable in that situation. But
Mm-hmm.
instead of having more of like the ladder, the infrastructure, schools, the I mean, how about everybody in school, even college kids, get free food?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? You know,
Yeah.
and
Something,
so
nothing's free, but something
you
should be.
send your kid to college, and your whole family eats. And then when they get out and they get a job, they, that money that they make will now feed the family. I don't know. Hey, I'm just making stuff up. I'm not the president.
Yeah. Um, so I have to address this, man. And I've had this
Uh-oh.
discussion with people before, man.
Uh-oh.
So the lovely says it doesn't make sense to pay the athletes the amount of money that they pay them. And unfortunately, man, that's someone who talks like that is not talking from a business standpoint. NBA, NFL is a business.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA and NFL generate, and I don't even know where it is on the table. Like as far as, but there is a table like the richest professions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But these professions only are this rich because of the amount of money that they make. The amount of money that they make is gonna always be there. People gonna
Right.
always tune in to go watch the football game. People love football. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They pack stadiums.
Yeah.
They pack stadiums. They got TV deals. They got apparel. They got colleges that come gotta pay. You got all the colleges that come to the stadium gotta pay. Um, so the athletes are going to make this money because that's the business that they're in.
Right. Right.
So when these people make these comments like athletes make too much money, rappers make too much money. Well, when you got 10 million people tuning in to hear your song,
The money. The money's
you got to
there.
get paid for it.
Uh-huh.
If you just got 10 million and you get $1 from each person, that's $10 million.
The
That's the
money is
money
there.
that company that industry generates. So, I mean, I think all of these people who make this type of money, man, these rappers, these athletes, fortunately, it's the industry that they in that generates
Yeah.
that type of money. And I've had this conversation with people where teachers should make da 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 da.
But you can't take someone's money from their business, right? Yeah. I mean
Where
that
you
has
gonna get
nothing
the
to do with
money to pay
teachers.
these teachers? It's not
You're right,
business.
exactly. Yeah.
It's just not big. I mean, people forget they looking at the impact that it has on society, which is I understand that, but at the end
Right,
of
right,
the
right.
day, the impact that you have ain't the reward that you get. It's
Yeah.
the money that's generated to that business, and unfortunately, there ain't a lot of money coming in to be able to pay the teachers X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
They supposed to get their reward from the minds that they mold, versus the touchdown passes that, Deshaun Jackson catches. You have 50 million people tuning in to watch it.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't got 50
So
million people tuning in to watch a teacher teach.
you
Yeah.
don't, man. You
Yeah.
don't. So I
So the
mean,
money, yeah, is not there.
yeah, so the money is not there. So yeah, those people they're gonna make that money. And that's the
I
thing,
think
man.
uh-huh.
A lot of youngsters, that's why nowadays when I talk to younger people, I really stress the investing in real estate and stuff like that, because that's where a lot of
Yeah.
money comes from.
Hey, why don't we have something? So you know how like we don't really have a choice on where our tax money goes, right? We don't really have a choice on what gets allocated where, military, education, agriculture, whatever. We as citizens don't really got like a hand in that, right?
Right.
But you know how people are always looking to donate to a cause or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, why isn't there like like an extra kind of, I don't know what you call it, but like a supplemental income that's like voluntary? Like it's like when you want to donate, there's also a way for you to donate directly to the salary of a certain, industry or something, or the certain right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it sound like you're saying, seem like they should come up with somewhere they would give us a choice on where we want some of our tax money to go. Say if I
Not
want,
necessarily. Not necessarily, because I don't know if that's gonna just happen that way. But I'm saying like in addition to that, whether you pay all this money in taxes or not, you're probably still donating to charities and stuff. But these charities aren't like government ran. They don't go directly into like teachers' pockets or something like that. Like these things are usually private, like GoFundMe's and donate to like children in Africa and donate to homeless people, right? But
Mhm.
let's say you want police officers to get paid more or you want teachers to get paid more. What if you could donate to their salaries? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I do.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can. You it just might not be your tax dollars, but you can always take a
Yeah,
donation up
but what I
somewhere.
mean is you would have to do the work yourself. But what if that was divvied up? Like it was, all of their salaries comes from wherever it comes from, but like the Department of Education, right? All teachers are under the Department of Education. So what if there was this thing you donate to, and whatever's in there evenly
Just distribute.
goes out to the teachers in advance, and in advance to what they already have, plus police or whatever else, or doctors or whatever. Probably not doctors, but but like just whatever essential um government employee, or however you want to put it, that you want to donate to their salary, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Mm. What Tiff say? Because of if people.
um Oh, she said because if people put their houses on Section 8, the government pays 80% and the person 20. That's why most landlords will accept turning their property into Section 8 housing, and especially when the pandemic hit, because they got mad cash from the government when they suspended payments where they couldn't evict them if behind. Wow.
Mm, read on.
Uh, The Lovely said, our tax money goes to everything from funding ammunition for wars to welfare systems to student debt. It's the Robin Hood effect. Take from the rich and give to the poor. Tiffany said, pay them. And I needed to filter over to women's sports. I know they'll never be paid equal to men, but pay them.
The money doesn't come in. That the money they don't generate the money. I mean, I love for anybody to get the most amount of money they can get, but the business has to generate the has to move the needle. I mean, they can't
Yeah,
pay them what they ain't got.
right, right.
Yeah, yeah, that argument is gonna go on forever, man, because it's just you just can't get enough people to tune in to watch the WNBA like you do the NBA.
Mm-hmm,
You just can't.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It's just not exciting
mm-hmm.
enough. Even if all the women in the world, you know, and that's still not enough because women don't like sports like that. Most men like sports, and they don't
Man.
want to watch WNBA because it's not as exciting as it ain't exciting. Period. It's just not. Uh, the letter said, please.
Dang.
There are people who are professional students that live off of student loan debt.
Yeah, I don't even get how that happens. These people are geniuses, because I really don't get how they do that.
Well, I think I it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, as long as you're going to school and you taking the right amount of hours, you can pretty much qualify for a student loan. So they
Yeah, but
just stay in school forever.
I've never gotten student loan money directly to me.
Well, I mean, don't they give you like so much, and then if you got more than you need, then you get to keep, the overpayment.
Depending
Stuff
on the
like
loan. Depending on the
right.
loan. But yeah, I guess I've never had that type of loan where I got that money. Like I've always, I think I've only ever gotten one refund before, and it was like $400. So I don't know
Yeah,
I
me
don't know
too.
what
Yeah.
numbers they're putting in, what they're doing. But
No, they would. Yeah, I've known some people, even back in the day. This just didn't start, man.
no, I
That
know.
that was able to get $5, 6, 7 thousand, and once they paid for their tuition and books, I mean, they may be walking away with $3,000.
Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
She'll say also it's a lot of educated athletes. Some have walked away from sports to pursue being doctors, lawyers, etc. And not even close to making that sign-on bonus when drafted, especially the first rounders. Yeah, it has been a lot of ball players who played a year or two and walked away from it because of the trauma that football brings now. Um, Tiff wild me. I don't know if she wild. Probably WNBA talk. Yeah, I mean, it's just I would love for those ladies to get millions of dollars, but it's just I'm a business guy, Tiff. And if you're not generating the money, I mean, it's just like my restaurant. If I'm not bringing no one in, if we're not bringing anyone in to buy products, how can I pay somebody?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. So you have to make whatever you have to make your product attractive enough for people to want to consume it and spend their money on it. So you
Hey,
can.
I vote for that. I vote for that idea that I had. Um, Having that kind of voluntary. I still don't know what it'd be called, but like that kind of government style, kind of donate to an essential worker's salary kind of thing. Not like to an individual, but to all of them, and it
You talking
spreads out.
about and you're talking about through your tax dollars, right?
No, I'm saying like I'm saying it's just something else, just
Well, BJ,
available.
they have that, brother. You can
What is
donate to
that?
cops. You can donate to teachers. I mean, they
How?
have that
Where?
already. Yeah, because I have people that call me all the time about donating to cops, firemen. They call me as a business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's that, brother. If
Yeah,
you
but
want to,
what are those? Those are privately owned, right? Those are businesses that are maybe donating to a specific local community or something, right?
well, I know the and one time I got scammed because they called me by the state troopers because I was doing the trucking.
Yeah.
So they know we get dealings with a lot of the state troopers. So
Yeah.
the guy was like, "Yeah, I want to see if you wanted to. If H&I Transport wanted to donate, you can donate $50, $100, whatever." But it turned out to be a scam. But however, um, um, it is a legitimate organization out there that you can
Yeah.
donate to the fallen state troopers and the families, or just the state troopers themselves, the fire. I don't know
Yeah.
how with the education system, but trust me, I know it is some set up where you can. Now the problem will be though, you don't know where your money going. You can donate to these organizations.
And that's what I mean, because they're private, right? They're not government ran.
No, well, I know the state trooper people who call me. No, I don't think that's a government deal.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, I would think all of those are just something private, just something people kind of picked up, started, just like any other nonprofit, and they're given back to like a certain subset, like certain local community of teachers or people or like certain districts or counties of police officers and firemen, but like that's not like a national like thing where you can donate to and it's split up amongst everyone in that's actively employed.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Love to say, but you can have over 50 million children going to school. I'm guessing she talking about the business thing. I guess I don't know, but they're not bringing in money; they're taking away money. The lovely. Biggie said, depending on the loan and if you are living on or off campus, determines the amount you get. BJ. Tiff said, who is going to volunteer that money? Well, it sounds like BJ want to volunteer a little bit. to give
Yeah, I
wisdom
think there
to
would be a
somebody.
lot of people. They talk about it loud enough, at least, and they'll donate like $1 million to, just some random private company's organization or charity, but they'll
Mhm.
also hop on a podcast and talk about how the education system is flawed and teachers are underpaid. So it's like, I mean, if there was like a government bank account that you could donate to, would you do it?
And that's kind of like donating to the church. You don't know where the money going. You just be shooting money to a bank account, and you may just be making some Tom, Dick, or Harry rich as hell.
Well,
Uh,
it's gotta be government regulated, but I mean, of course, it's
Tim
gotta
said
be
the
right.
other legit organization that she's blocked on her spam that asks for money for offices, etc. So yeah, there are legit organizations. I'm pretty sure they are for people in the education field. Or you can do this what Lou said, man. He makes a lot of sense. Just buy a cop lunch every now and then you know where your money going. Or a teacher lunch every now and then. Go to a specific teacher that you may know. Say, hey, I want to pay your house note this month. You know exactly what the money going, and it's somebody in a field that you saying that
You gotta know a teacher. Now, if you have kids in school, that makes sense. But what if you don't got kids in school?
I mean, you can just walk up to the random school, man, and find a damn teacher, or
Nah, you gotta do the right teacher. You gotta learn this person then, or just
see, you
say,
making it too technical, man.
or you
If
just
you
gonna
want
walk
to
up
just
to any teacher and be like, hey, let me.
yeah, I want to bless you in the
That
education. I
teacher
think
could
you
be a
awesome.
dick.
Okay, well, you can just, I mean, somebody who got kids to go to school, so you can say, hey, your brother, hey, who is what's the little junior's teacher name?
Hmm.
What you think about her? Oh man, she's great, man. She's this or that. Tell her I want to pay her car note this week. I mean, you can do it now. See, I think you done stuck your foot in your mouth.
No, I haven't.
Just
Uh-uh.
talking this
Nope.
bull
Nope.
crap, this we
Nope.
are the world shit. And now
We are the world.
we giving you great suggestions to go bless a teacher. Now you
Yeah,
cross
that
like
sounds like a great idea if I had, you know, the means to go do that. But I'm talking about all these people. I'm talking about other people's money. OPM, okay?
oh, you
Other
talking about
people's
other
money.
people's bread.
Okay.
Man, you count other people's pockets, man. Shit. Tip say prime example of money going overseas first, then a small piece to the U.S. American Red Cross. Mm. Yeah, there's a lot of these organizations that work for crap. Beloved said one of her family members got $8,000 of overpayment off the student
See,
loan.
I don't even get that.
You
How
don't
do
know
you
how
even
that's
get that?
possible, huh?
I mean, is it through the FAFSA? Because they ain't never given me nothing more than a certain amount, you know? And oftentimes, if anything, it was less than what I needed.
I don't know, BJ. I guess like you said, it's basically on how some of them fill out their paperwork. I guess, man. And then you know what else chaps my ass, BJ? I'm not gonna lie, man.
Huh.
These lower income people get more than somebody who don't put down. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'm sure you got to put your parents' income or
Hmm.
your income. So they probably base a lot of it off of that, man, which I think is
Mm.
not right, man. You
Yeah,
know what
no, no,
I'm
no.
saying?
Uh-uh.
It's almost like you know, us poor schmoes is out here working our ass off, get penalized, so to speak.
Hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Versus
Yep.
some of these jackaboos that they ain't doing much of shit.
Yep.
And
I agree. I agree because I think if somebody's been working hard for it, that should be just as much of a discount as somebody that can't get it, if not more. I don't know.
yeah,
It just doesn't make sense where cuz I tell you what, student loans for me was a struggle. Like
right,
even getting it,
right.
you know? Um And like I said, I oftentimes got less than what I needed, and then and that was financial aid, and then so oftentimes I got less than what I needed for financial aid, and then when it came to the loan part, it's they just gave me exactly just what I needed to pay the rest of it, or sometimes there's even sometimes not even, and I
And that's
still
another
had
thing.
something to pay.
Why would they give you more?
Why
I
would
don't
they? So
understand.
that's why I'm confused. I don't get how people get more. Why wouldn't? Don't they just give you what you need?
I don't know, bro. I don't.
I'm.
I don't know.
I
I don't
need.
know.
We need to interview
I've
some
never
of
got a
these.
student loan in my life. I don't
We
know.
need. Oh, okay. We need to interview some of these student loan scammers and see,
How
like,
they, what they do, huh? How they do it?
exactly,
Uh,
because they know exactly what your tuition is. So how is it possible that you get more than what
mhm.
your tuition is? I don't get it.
I don't need a doc. Tip says so. Little junior teacher husband. So little junior teacher husband gonna be like now. Who pay your car note? Tell him. Let me holler at. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Little junior teacher
See,
husband probably is.
it should come through the government, but through the government for two reasons. Because one, it'll be fair, it'll spread around to everybody. And two, it'll be protected. It won't be a private company. It won't be, just randoms that started something and now they done stopped it or whatever. It would be
Mm-hmm.
something that would be permeable. It would keep going. It would be whatever. I think I said the wrong word, but like it would be,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be infrastructure, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
then Vince, you'd be like, you know what? I need a little charity write off or tax write off, whatever. Let me go ahead and donate 10,000 to teacher salaries. Okay. And bam, they all
Yeah.
get a little extra something
The
in their
bonus or
salary.
something.
Yeah, a
I
little.
mean, I would much rather do something like that than to these welfare jackoffs, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Uh,
I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you get to work on that, man, and
I
write
can't.
Congress and shit and see who we need to what we need to do, who the hell we need to choke to get this popping, man. And yeah, let's get it in, cause
It's not gonna replace the welfare tax. It's just gonna add to it. It's just gonna add to it.
them sun guns, man, making me sick,
they, they
man. I
they
mean,
still there. They're still in your pocket, man.
damn. You know,
Oh
no,
man.
yeah, don't get it twisted, man. I think welfare is a good thing, but I think it should be a crutch for people who's struggling because
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people have hard time starting out, man, and it can be a good jump start for you. But use that crap for what it
Hmm.
is, couple years, 3 years, 4 years tops while you in
Yeah.
school or getting your career started and be grown. Get off of that
Hmm.
crap, man. Be a citizen and stop
Yeah.
being
I mean,
a freaking leech.
why isn't it something where you have to go into a place or provide some? Yeah, I think it'd probably be best if you have to go into a place and there are actual people. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know. You know what? Let me stop talking because I don't know.
Yeah. Real quick, while we're on the education deal, I'm gonna shut it down, but I want to ask this real quick. I want to ask the ladies that's on the panel this question, man. So pull up the teacher. I sent it to you on through messages. Please. It's about the teacher that ladies are trying to get fired because they said she dresses inappropriately.
Teacher dressing
Yeah,
inappropriate.
I sent it to you
Trying to
today or
fire a
yesterday or
teacher
something.
that dresses inappropriate.
I'll be sending this stuff to you so you just click on it. You don't have to search for it.
I'm going to
It's not a
Facebook.
good way to do it.
No, it's a good way,
Now,
but
she's
I
not
have
dressed
to.
inappropriate. She's just, just the way she's built is rubbing ladies the wrong way. So they're trying to get her job. They're trying to take her job.
Would you text that to me?
I did.
Oh, Oh, oh.
Look at this turkey here, man. Damn. The love all schools have Teacher of the Year awards, so you can call a school and ask who's the Teacher of the Year and donate to them. There you go. You can donate to the Teacher of the Year. Maybe.
Dude. I don't see that. Teacher.
I think I'm throwing away my time by sending you stuff, Doc. Really.
When you sent it to me, it didn't come through the way you think it did. I saw it wrote down on a piece of paper.
I'm trying to send you stuff so you don't have to look for it.
I don't got any link. I got some TikToks to some other videos. I got Who Eat First, the kids or hubby, and I got some other stuff that I've seen, and nothing on Facebook.
Okay. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll catch it next time. So Who Eat First? That's it. Art teacher. So they're trying to take her job. Is that the art teacher? So they
New Jersey.
They're saying she's
I had to look it
distracting
up.
the kids.
Yeah. New Jersey teacher catches flack from haters who want her fired because of her voluptuous body. Mothers demand that she get fired because she's distracting to students.
So I want you to show that picture, and I want to ask the lady. We're gonna go out with this. I want to ask Tip, the lovely, any other ladies just listening, watching. What why get her fired? Do you feel the same? Do you think no? You totally disagree with the ladies that's trying to get her fired, and why are the ladies, some of the moms, trying to get her fired? You got any solutions, BJ?
First off, I think people need to stop putting their sexual insecurities and their adult thinking into the mind of a kid, because I'll tell you what, kids aren't being distracted by the figure of a woman's body or a man's body.
Big kids, man.
Exactly. They're not being distracted by this woman's features. I'll tell you that much.
Right. So why do you think these moms are trying to get her fired?
Because they're distracted. They're upset.
They're upset with the teacher?
They're just upset. Yeah, it's their insecurities. I mean, because it's not the kids. The kids aren't saying, oh, I can't focus, and coming back and talking about, oh, the teacher with the big booty. Like, it's just not happening. It's not happening for a reason, because that's not a kid's focus.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a kid is aware that butts or boobs are attractive, I guarantee you, because it's proof, go ask your child, they're not distracted in class from a attractive looking teacher. Like, if anything, it could come up. There could be a little girl that asked the teacher, something about her body, maybe because that's a little girl and she's learning something, and she's like, hey, you look different than mommy. Mommy's flat like an ironing board. So maybe
I don't know about that. Yeah.
or like, son, little boy may go ask the same thing, or may be interested for a day until the teacher educates the kid and says, focus back on whatever you're focusing on, and this is just life, or however the teacher decides to word it. But like, kids aren't distracted by it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's not me guessing. That's 100% fact. Kids aren't distracted by it.
I don't think so, man. I think it's pretty sad that some of these freaking you know, insecure ass moms
Yeah.
are calling for this lady's job, man. If that's true, y'all need to go. Y'all need to quit tripping, man. For real.
Tiffany said
Tiffany,
if she,
go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, she said if she was teaching high schoolers, most definitely a distraction. So so when you get up there in the age group of who you're teaching and the hormones are higher, you know, and they're paying attention to that stuff more.
Hmm.
I think logically, yeah, it would make sense for you to just dress conservatively, but you
But
still
she looks very
can't
conservative
exactly,
dressed.
exactly. But I'm saying for the woman not dressed like this woman. I'm saying for the woman not dressed like that.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it'd be a great conscious choice as a teacher in general to dress conservatively, but even more so in high school, try to I I don't know. It still falls back on just education of the kid. Cause
I don't.
no, I'm not even gonna continue with what I was saying. Cause this woman is dressed just fine. There's no reason why she should
Yeah.
have to put on a burqa, a
She's
whole,
not
Middle
provocative
East.
dressed at all, man. She's dressed extremely conservative on these pictures. Extremely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man.
It,
Well, we're gonna get up out of here. I just think it's sad. I think there's a lot
it
of
is
middle
sad.
class people out here in this world, man.
Vicky said those jeans aren't conservative. Man, that's just how her jeans fit, Vicky.
Put that back up, man. Please. What else can she do?
What, you want her to wear baggy jeans? Maybe she doesn't like the baggy style.
I don't see it. I
Hey,
mean,
hey, I've seen some male teachers with some tight ass blue jeans on. So so I don't
man,
I don't think
no.
I don't think the I don't think it's the jeans that matter. I think it's the
I
body
think
that
I
you
think
care about, Vicky.
those jeans are very conservative. I think that's just her size. You can't fault her for
Yeah, exactly.
building
Yeah.
them.
And so people would get rid of a good teacher for that, and allow a horrible teacher to come in just because of how she's built.
Mm-hmm. Tip said with that body, she can't hide her body in a full non outfit. You still gonna see her body. You can't help it.
Yep.
So it don't
Yep.
matter. But on those pictures, she's dressed extremely conservative, in my opinion. She ain't showing no skin, no nothing. Lewis say, probably mad because dad's a volunteering to help in the class. That maybe what it is.
Vicky.
Stampede said the lady can't help the way she's built. Unless she's dressing
Oh,
in a potato sack, she can't hide it.
yep.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I knew ladies at church who were super fine. They wore nice dresses, but other women thought she was a whore. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll find women at church like that. This
Mhm.
bodied up, and I mean they wear their size,
Well,
but
it depends though in church, because they won't be dressed like this.
the skirt she had on, you'll
No,
see.
no, no. If she went to church in that, that's fine. And if they talk about her, then that's insecurity and that's gossip and stuff. But that's not a church dressing I'm talking about. Nah, when I think church, some of these women are out of line when they come to church. Okay,
Some of them be bodylicious dresses, man. I mean,
yeah,
just tight, super tight.
out of line. Like this is like a sweet dress, okay, and she's just got a really really small waist. You know, of course, probably due to surgery and whatever corset binding that she does, but
Right. So you
it
don't
doesn't
find
matter.
no damn waist that small. She got something going on.
Exactly. But yeah, yeah. Some church dresses are a little. I'm
Right.
just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. But anyway, we want to end it with that. We're gonna get up out of here. Thank
The
everybody
type
for
of
the
dress
show.
Nas likes.
Yeah. And we're gonna holler at y'all on Wednesday. Everybody stay safe, and we'll talk later. Holla.
Peace.